Well, good afternoon, people. I'm Donald here on the 1 Acre Homesteader. Going to show you my little chicken tractor today and kind of show you things. I've had this now for almost a year. I built it myself. It's 6 foot wide and 10 foot long. Look at the fine looking girls. Yes, they're talking. They went through molt. They're all with all their little pretty feathers now. Yeah. Forgot to take my feet up. So, anyway, this is my garden with tons of leaves on it. Well, I don't even know where to start on this. It is portable. Nothing really here is original. I've got pieces of plans off people on YouTube. You can see here plenty of ventilation up here. All this is covered with hardware cloth. This originally I had 1/2-inch plywood opening in summer, and I'd leave it down. And then on really cold nights, they were really talking today. And then on cold nights, I'd raise it up and latch it right here. Well, I had a little emergency, and I needed some 1/2-inch plywood, and this just happened to be the exact size I needed. So I grabbed it off her. I haven't replaced it, but I put this tarp over, for shade last summer, and it worked really well. So I just left it there. So these girls are hungry. Well, she is the talker of the bunch right there. Yes. So anyway, this is mobile. To move it, let me start by saying this cost me a little over $400 to build. This here lever, it's a lever. Push it down, it raises up the chicken tractor, and right there is the bolt I hooked the top of the board under. And I gotta tell you, I kind of, okay, we know. Okay, originally I was going to have this flop down, you know, you see, and I had nest boxes in there. Well, I only got 6, so you know, you only need about 2, really 1, but I gave them 2 nest boxes made out of 5-gallon buckets, and of course I usually use just 1. All of them will try to pile into 1. So I fastened this permanently. Now eventually I'm going to take this off and make this a door in here so I can catch them when they go to roost. I use the Tuftex roofing. It's vinyl, cheaper than metal, and it's done great. How in the world? There's one of my bungee cords. I just now, oh, it's broke and flipped up there. So anyway, again, more ventilation here under the back. Here's my nest boxes. Again, you can see my little lever system. I got that idea off of somebody on YouTube. I want to say Texas Prepper 2 or something like that. I can't remember now. But anyway, I like latches. If you can't tell, I like lots of latches. Ooh. They just started laying again after molt. And this is the second one I've got today. I was out here earlier checking the box. I got one that's nesting in the box. I made a mistake this winter thinking I could put, and you can see in there, here, let me stick the camera in there. There's their nest, their roosting. Here's this. I'm just hoping you can see how I made this. Okay. These are made made out of 5-gallon buckets. I bought them new at Walmart. They were $2-3 a piece. I made a mistake. The first ones I made these sides too low, and so they get in here and there's more poop. So they would kick everything out, and it was horrible. Every day I was putting fresh bedding in. So eventually I said, hey, let's go. So I made it a lot deeper, and this has worked. These have been great. I love these. I'm not roosting in this one, so it just tells me I got one. What I did wrong was, let me get this latch back. Everybody tells you if you want your chickens to lay in the winter, put a light. Well, I didn't want to really force them that way to lay. I mean, I can survive without eggs for a few months. I bought store-bought ones. I didn't like it, but what I did was took these, see these little, watch out girls, see these, I took them and I zip tied them over there to the wire, see, and here got plenty of light, charged up, and they run at night. Well, oddly enough, 2 of these was not enough light to make them, excuse me while I'm doing chores, is not enough light to make them lay in the winter. Apparently you need a stronger light. But what it did do, since their roost is over there, it moved them over here. For some reason they didn't like that, and then they started nesting, roosting in the nest boxes. So that was my fault. Again, you can see the front of it. Now here you can see 2 doors I made here also latch, raise it. They're griping because they're eating. They still have laying pellets. I use the Layina or whatever you call it, laying pellets from Purina. I like those better than other ones from our other ranch and feed. And so anyway, they started roosting in the next nest box and kind of screwing things up. So I took the lights, since they wasn't working, I just took lights. And you can notice my boards. I have a little critter, and I think it's a skunk, trying to dig in. He's out here around my garden digging holes. I see him some nights when I come in. And so far, he's not really caused a problem. That's it. Step in the water. Great. Way to go. Give them fresh water. They step in it, and then they spill it on the ground, and they drink it off the ground. That's chickens for you. But anyway, that's my chicken tractor. I'm really supposed to have a few chickens since I'm technically still in the city limits. But what the city doesn't know won't hurt them, right? So that's the way I look at it. I did paint this with some cheap exterior paint I had left over. Obviously I ran out, and I've just never got back to painting it, and I need to. Like I said, it cost me $4,500, a little over $400 for this. I used 2 treated 10-foot 2x4s for the runners, then everything else. And this thing, guys, I got the ideas. Like I say, Texas Prepper 2, I think that's his channel. He had like the hoop. I was going to do that, and then there was another one that had. Another guy had 3 people all together. Another guy had something similar to this. I really liked that idea, but I couldn't figure out how I wanted the hoops from the cattle panels to attach to this. So then, you know how my projects start out small and they usually get big. This thing is heavy. I actually have to push up on the 1x4s there while my daughter pushes down on these to lift it. That's how heavy I made it. This is 1/2-inch plywood. I was going to use 3/4 inch, and I got thinking, man, I'm already really heavy. 3/4 inch is going to be way heavy. So anyway, there you have it. This is my version of my chicken tractor. I used welded mesh here, 2x4 welded mesh instead of chicken wire. This has kept the critters out, and then every couple of days, this is where my garden is. My new addition garden will be this year, and I've had them here all fall. Just you can tell where they've scratched up the ground, and so they're fertilizing. They're really tearing it up, especially today. It's been super cold, and it's supposed to get super cold again towards middle of next week. And so they're enjoying it. I see where they've been scratching all day, and I'll move them down there where all that grass and stuff, and they love new ground. So anyway, guys, if I had to do it over again, I know you're hungry, you don't like the pellets, you want your grain. I'll get you some grain here. I call her Joker because she's usually always doing that right there. Yuck, 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 yuck. She's just a funny little girl. So anyway, I'd do it again. I tried to do it lighter. I don't know. I like this. It's just a pain in the butt to move it every couple of days. I wish I could free range them here, but I have hawks. In fact, when I walked out to do this, there's a hawk that's been setting up here. I used to think he was after the chickens, but one day I looked out the window and he flew over here and caught a mouse in the leaves. So I was like, okay, as long as you're not messing with my girls, you know, we're cool. So anyway, guys, this is Donald here at 1 Acre Homesteader, and this is my chicken tractor, mobile chicken tractor, mobile chicken, whatever you want to call it. Oh, this thing, see this thing hanging here? I'll show you all that one of these days. It's really cool. I hang heads of cabbage off that for them to peck on. They love it. They'll go through a head of cabbage in a few days. So anyway, Donald, 1 Acre Homesteader. Hey, y'all like and subscribe. Click that little bell so you get a notification every time I post a video. If you got any questions about this, just let me know. Like I said, I use these little 3/4 inch staples to attach the welded mesh. I got, you know, doors here, door over here. I didn't cover it for you, but it kind of scares them when I do that. So they're more interested in griping about not having grain right now, and I'm fixing to go get them some. So hey, we'll catch y'all down the road. Thank you for watching.